everybody, it's Caitlin McKenna with the McKenna Group of Long and Foster. I hope you're doing well and surviving in the brand new year that we have. Go 2021! So I wanted to talk to you today about budgets for home ownership. Home ownership brings a lot of joys, and one of them is budget. Often I'm asked about what do I need to budget for when I become a homeowner. So there's a lot to consider about what you need to build in to your budget. So I thought I'd take some time today to talk about what are some of the expensive things in a house that you may need to plan for either replacing or repairing. So I'm often asked the question, what do I need to keep in mind for a budget for my future home? Now, this is a tricky question. It can depend on the house. Mainly it depends on the age and the age of the materials in the home. Really, you want to look at the foundation of the home. It's true, the foundation holds up the rest of the home. So without a foundation, you don't have a stable home. So items can get really expensive with the foundation if they need repairing, or hopefully don't need replacing, because that would mean tearing the whole house down. But items in the foundation, such as cracks or maybe holes where water are coming through, can cause damage to the foundation, which then can permeate throughout the house. So you want to make sure that, if you have an issue that maybe is a crack in your foundation, take care of it early. Be preventative, be proactive in your actions. Bring in a contractor to take a look at it, because the problem will only get worse and only more expensive. You could go from spending a couple $100, spending a few $1,000s. So stay on the couple $100 side. It's much easier to deal with. Other things that are expensive in the home that you might need to budget for and keep in mind are the mechanics in the home, such as your hot water heater or your HVAC system. Those are big things in the home that help the home stay warm or cool, or hot water in the home. So you want to keep in mind, how long has your hot water heater been installed in the house? What's the age of it? If it's been over 20 years, you might be facing time for replacing the hot water heater. So take a look at the age of the hot water heater, turn on the faucet, see how quickly it takes for water to get warm and then become hot. So another thing I mentioned is your HVAC system in the house. So that is the main system that runs the air conditioning and the heat in the home. So don't be the person in the middle of summer when your air conditioning goes up and all of a sudden it's 90 degrees in your house. HVACs can add up pretty quickly if you don't take care of them. So that's another expensive item that you want to keep in mind. Again, look at the age of the unit, whether you're shopping for a home and considering making an offer, or you're just coming into your home and doing an evaluation of the equipment in the home. Take a look at the age, determine how long it's been in use, get it evaluated by a professional. I do recommend annual cleanings. Again, prevention is the best medicine. With a hot water heater, you could be facing somewhere from a few $100s up to a couple $1,000s, depending if it is a tank system or tankless system. With HVAC, you are looking at a couple $1,000s to replace it. To me, a couple $100s on both for some preventative maintenance pays off in the long run. Other major systems that you need to be aware of in the house are your water systems and your waste systems. If you're on city and public water systems and sewer, that's great. So you have to work in partnership with the city, but you want to keep your pipes clean. Don't put grease down your drain, for example, or don't shove any toy cars down the drain. That would be helpful. But if you have a well water system or a septic system in your home, you want to make sure that those systems are evaluated and clean annually. So if you have a septic system, you want to make sure it's pumped. You don't want it to back up, because the minute it backs up, well, then you have disgusting things in your home or potentially in your yard. So those are items that I would recommend keeping an eye out for when it comes to the water systems in the house and the waste systems in the house. The last thing that I want to make sure that you keep an eye out on and a budget in mind for is the roof. Obviously, we need a roof over our head in order to complete the home. And you need to make sure that the roof stays in a really, really good condition to prevent water from coming into the home. Water can be one of, if not the worst enemy to a home. It can cause the most damage quickly. So if you start to see signs of a leak or potentially a shingle falling off the home, you want to get that addressed quickly. But a roof is really, really, really important. Prevention, again, is the key. Depending on the size of your roof, you could be looking at a few $1,000s, upwards of a couple $1,000s to address putting on a new roof or repairing a few shingles. And there's tons of style choices that you can make. You can do very architectural style shingles, you can do very basic shingles, you can even get fancy and go solar and get some of those fancy Tesla shingles as well. I'm a big fan. I think they look pretty cool. I hope this helps you when it comes to budgeting for things in your home. So you want to make sure that the structure of the home is very sound and that if you need to do some repairs there, bring in a contractor. You want to make sure that the major electrical or gas systems in the home are operational and might age out on you, or if they're newer, and then you want to put that plan in place for a budget further down line. Then you want to make sure that the water systems and the waste systems hooked up to the home are in good operation, and also the roof. The roof is very, very important. So those are some key things I would consider evaluating in a home and then planning for budget and insurance purposes later. I hope you enjoyed today's video and found this information helpful when planning for what do I need to budget for in the future as I become a homeowner. And if you have any questions, don't hesitate to ask. Connect with me. Below is my contact information. And I'll see you on next week's video. Bye!